We back
with
another video on friendship.
Yes.
And today y'all, I promise my dress isn't really that short. Today we're talking about R and I.
Yes. So we're
gonna do a recap of F. Remember you wanted to talk about John 15?
You are so, I had to go back and see which one it was. But yeah, so F, we did fruitful, and we wanted to, even though we were giving you our opinions, we wanted to have maybe like a scripture or something inspirational that you can revert back to. And it was John chapter 15. And literally the whole chapter speaks about fruit. And actually, if you have the Bible app, I don't really know, I think it's just really called a Bible app.
So it's like U version. At least when you tap on it, it says U version.
So anyways, the verse for today, it's called U version. Oh, I didn't know that. I just call it Bible app. So the verse came from John 15:4. Look at God. So it was, remain in me and I will remain in you, for a branch cannot produce fruit if it is served from the vine, and you cannot be fruitful unless you remain in me. And that was John 15:4, New Living.
Go, I wanted to read something else from it too.
Okay, from John?
Yeah.
Yeah, where's it? Here we go.
There was a part that says, it talks about cutting off. Did you read the whole chapter?
At the time I did. It's supposed to be like this?
No, yours must be frozen. Okay, never mind.
So the Bible app is like literally under construction or something.
Under construction.
Yeah.
No, there is a scripture that, so the person talking in that scripture is Jesus. Oh, here we go. Okay. I like this version. This New Living Translation. I am the true grapevine, and my Father is the gardener. He cuts off every branch of mine that doesn't produce fruit, and he prunes the branches that do bear fruit, so they will produce even more. You have already been pruned. I'm not gonna say blah blah blah, but I don't need that part. I just really wanted to read the second verse where it says, he cuts off every branch. Your dad's calling you.
In action.
Okay. I'm gonna read it again. He cuts off every branch of mine that doesn't produce fruit, and he prunes the branches that do bear fruit, so they will produce even more. And I just thought that could go with the point where we were saying you gotta know if your friends are producing fruit for you. If it's not beneficial to you, here you go. If it's not beneficial to you, replace them or remove them. But yeah. So we can move on. That was just our little short recap for fruitful. And then we're going to do reliable first, and then inconvenience.
Yeah. Are you going to start?
You can do reliable. I'll do inconvenience.
Okay. Okay, so the scripture that I'm going to use comes from Proverbs 20:6. And everything I say to you is going to be in the New Living Translation. Whatever translation you like, you can look it up. But many will say they are loyal friends, but who can find one who is truly reliable? So when I think of reliable, I think of someone you can trust, someone you can count on, someone that you feel is there for you, someone that without a shadow of a doubt, you know, if something happened, good, bad, ugly, or indifferent, you know that you can always count on that person. Kind of like self-explanatory. And I feel like that's one that's kind of a given, where you should always feel like you have that in your friend.
Yeah. So I'm gonna just go ahead and start on I. We just put them together because being inconvenienced, you have to be willing to be able to be inconvenienced for your friend. Because if Cayla needs something, if I'm at work and she has just something blow up, and if I have the time, not if I have the time, but if I'm not, with a client, I need to be able to say, okay, Cayla, give me a second. I'm gonna call. I'm busy. I'm with a client, but I'll call you right back. If something happens and I'm at home, we literally live 45 minutes away, y'all. No lie. No lie.
We really do.
It took me an hour to get here after work. But if she called me or I call her and like I'm just bawling or something happened with me and my boyfriend and we just like on completely two different pages, I need to be able to say, hey Cayla, I need to talk. Can you come? Like, this phone ain't gonna work. I need interaction. I just need your presence. You got to be able to be willing to do that, because it's not going to always be like, yeah, okay, I feel like that. I feel like it.
Yeah, you're not always going to feel like it.
Because I can tell you, there was one time, and she'll know what I'm talking about as soon as I finish getting in the middle of the story. I was in college. It had to be my sophomore, first junior year. I had 2 junior years, 1 senior year. It was my first junior year. And it was literally like maybe 1:30. And Cayla texted me. I don't know why I was up, because I'm never up that late anyway. But she texted me, and I could tell from what she said, like, oh Lord, I'm gonna have to stay up for this. I can't go to sleep. I gotta make sure I'm not go crazy. And she called me.
I do know.
Normally, if I get a call that late, first of all, she never calls me that late, so I knew something was wrong. But if anybody ever calls me that late, I'll look at it and be like, I'll talk to y'all in the morning. If you text me and tell me it's serious, I'll call you back. But I knew, because it was that time, like, something was wrong. So I had to get up. I literally had to sit up in my bed, because if I would have laid down, I would have fell asleep. But that was being inconvenienced, because Cayla knows. 9:30, no, not at that time, it was probably like close to 11 o'clock. My pajamas on, I'm in bed, and I'm getting ready for the next day, because I had class.
But see, that's just ties in with the reliable. Like, yeah. I knew, even though, I mean, it's late. 1:30 is late to be calling anybody. And we're not talking about PM. Like, it's late to be calling anybody. But I know the friend that she is. And if I were to call her and she just pick up, like, girl, what? And I start talking and she can hear the seriousness in my voice, or the situation itself is serious, you know, I knew that she would be up. Because I didn't just do that thinking, well, I'm hoping she up. I'm like, I know she's going to be up. Especially for that situation.
Yeah.
Because it needed, like, right now,
yeah,
assistance.
And I had told her, like, this is another thing. I have to be willing to inconvenience other people for her, too. Because that night, I told her, I said, Cayla, you can't get this decision the way it need to be. I'm calling your mama. I don't care how late it is. I'm calling your mama.
Yeah.
And of course, she didn't want to call her mama, so she got it together.
Yeah. And that just goes to think, because I know Kelsey, she was the one that told me, like, you make time for what is important. And you guys, that is pretty much a fact. No one ever is that busy or that preoccupied where they just don't have no time for you. Don't let anyone have you blow up their phone. They saw it, y'all. This is 2019. There's no such thing as not seeing or anything like that. Now, granted, you may miss a call. Don't get me wrong, because we do have our lives, but not in the whole run of a day, and you did not hear nothing from that person.
You didn't hear, you didn't see, you didn't text, you couldn't. Nothing.
Because if that's the type of friend you are, I don't want to know what you're doing. Like, you must have to be like in the emergency room and they shut down the cell phone tower, because it's just, you have to inconvenience yourself. And don't get us wrong, like, we still have jobs, we still have relationships, we still have our own life. So
be inconvenienced for stuff that matters.
Right.
Like, if Cayla just texts me and she's just something random, I'm like, oh no, I can't do that. I have homework today. Like, that's not, like, she want to go get nails done. I got homework, nails. I'm gonna do my homework. Yeah. But now, if she called me and she's crying, which Cayla never cries, or she's just like horribly pissed off, okay.
Cayla's never horribly pissed off.
You sure about that?
But you get the point. Knowing the appropriate way to inconvenience them. Don't let it just be for your own, I want to say, selfish reasons. Like she said, you will know. Now, let me give you an example of when it's really not the same. Say if Kelsey has like a pageant, or I have something I want Kelsey to come to, but if she has to go to work, now I know I just said, well, we got to make time for what's important. Yeah, your friend is important, but
you gotta get a check too.
Because if she was supposed to go to work and she didn't, and can't, I'm like, Kelsey, are you all right?
Like it would have to be extremely extreme. Like, somebody would have had to beat her up. She would have had that. Clearly, see, she would have had to be like in the hospital. Her mom would have had to somebody would have to be hurt, like extreme like that for me not to go to work.
Right.
And even then, like I probably would go and take a half day, so I wouldn't just be like, y'all ain't coming today.
Right.
Because my job don't really work like that. You can't just decide, oh, I'm not going in today, because we have a schedule.
Right. And I don't want you to think like because I would think it would be kind of hard or almost near impossible to say that every single thing that your friend is going to want and need you at, you're going to be able to do it. That's a lie. Sometimes you and yourself is gonna be inconvenienced. Like you just can't. Sometimes life happens, things come up. You yourself have a life. I know me and Kelsey, we're both in relationships. We don't try to be like, well, I need you here, you can't go with your boyfriend, or I need you, you can't do this. Be reasonable.
Yeah.
Is what we're saying in this. I think some of you get the gist, but I don't want others just like running on what we say.
Yeah, just don't run and take it in the left field.
Right. And these two, reliable and inconvenience, you really have to know your friend. You guys, that is so important. You probably will hear me say that in every video.
You have to know what's important for her.
Right.
Because if it's important to her, it may not be as important to me. To be, like for me, I used to do pageants. It may not have been as important to her if she was in a pageant for me to be there. But I did pageants, so I'm like, okay, where you at, sis? I shouldn't even have to ask you to come.
Right. Right. So it's just some things goes without saying. That's like my favorite line to say. It's like if I have to say it or if I have to ask or I have to bring it up, it's like, why at that point? And I think that just goes with just having that reliable, trustworthy friend that you can just really count on, that's just really in your corner without a shadow of a doubt. Like that person is your friend. Like in your absence is when somebody will really show you if they're a reliable friend to you.
Yeah.
Now face to face is cool and everything.
But what are you saying behind my back?
Yeah.
And what are you allowing other people to say to you about me? Because if somebody is talking about me to you, I'm trying to figure out, so why are they that comfortable talking to you about me?
Right.
What did you say or do to make them feel comfortable to do that?
How would I feel that somebody is reliable if she comes back and tell me all this stuff? I mean, a long drawn out list. I'm like, so you let this continue for this long? And I'm going to be quite honest. I won't come up with specific incidents. But first of all, nobody's going to talk about Kelsey in front of me. I haven't met an individual yet.
I don't think that's ever happened to me either. People might say like, she funny.
Yeah, nobody's
like
ever
that, but nobody's
gonna
gonna come up to be like, I don't like her, or she got a bad attitude, or I can't stand her. Like,
and I'm the type of person, I can think of one incident where an individual they told me that they were gonna do something to Kelsey, and I will let you know. I don't care who you are. Right there on the spot, I'm like, I'm gonna let her know what you said. So there's not no you say, I say, and you say, oh, she's fake. She went back and like ran her mouth as they would say. Because I'm gonna let you know right then and there. I'm gonna let her know. And don't tell me, oh no, you ain't gotta tell her. It's not really asking for permission.
Let you know.
It's like a statement. And that's when you know you really have somebody in your corner. See how a person acts in your absence
when you're not around
about you, and that's when you can test their reliability. How much can you trust that person? I am so big, so big on my personal life staying my personal life, or it's in my personal circle. So if I tell you something and then maybe like a month later we have like a disagreement, so we like, you know what, we just need to say we need a week apart or something like that. And then all the stuff I told you is now on Instagram or in this person's ear. It's like, how can I trust you? Like, you're not reliable. You're not trustworthy. I can honestly say in the thousands of decades Kelsey and I have known each other,
I don't even know
that
how long.
has never happened. We have never stopped talking, or even in the midst of talking where somebody came back and told me anything about my personal life that Kelsey said. That whole, oh, Cayla was talking about you, Kelsey was talking about you.
Well, I know that's a lie.
Nobody has said that. Like, ever, y'all. We've never been in no issue like that. And I'm not saying, like, if your friend did that, I don't know if that's a deal breaker for you, but that has never happened to either one of us. And if it did, we wouldn't even entertain it. I know I wouldn't.
Because I would know, like, she didn't say that.
First of all, I'm like, Kelsey's not even talking to you. Like, Kelsey didn't hold no conversation with you. Kelsey said, what? No, I'm like, first of all, you done said too much. I know Kelsey didn't say all that.
Too many words.
Too many words. Kelsey didn't say all that. And this was in a public setting. She didn't say that. So knowing your friend, trusting your friend, trusting yourself that you picked a good friend, trusting that you put your life issues in someone else's hand, because you can't have a friend and they just know absolutely what goes on in your life. And y'all, I was bad with that. I had like my life with my friends, but then I had my own life over here. And then your friend like, why am I your friend if you feel like you can't trust me?
I had to ask her that. And I don't know if you just felt like Cayla don't like to tell nobody her personal business. And she'll just be saying stuff and I'm like, oh, really? When did that?
Yeah.
I didn't tell you. No, you don't tell me about nothing unless I ask. And then sometimes when I ask her, she'll be like, and then she'll just start talking about something else. Like, okay.
Yeah, that really is true. And that really is something that's going on like now. So we don't have like this perfect relationship. But I tell you what, if there was a word close to perfect, we'd have it. No, but for real, and that's just something I'm working on. But she knows that, but she doesn't put that in the way of her trust for me.
No, because I know she's like that, and I know she's a very private person. So if she don't tell me, like she might say, I'm going to the doctor. Okay.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
I don't say why, what's wrong, what you going for, because I feel like because she's such a private person, if she wanted me to know, she would tell me.
My brain doesn't even work like that.
As long as she's not dying, we good.
I tell her some stuff though. I've had like foot surgery, and she probably knew like once the surgery and everything was like scheduled though.
I knew before you was having foot surgery, because you asked me on your second one, you asked me to make you spaghetti. I came with you. And then your second one, your other friend went with you at the time. I mean, your first one.
Ugh. Yeah, a prime example of somebody not to trust.
Alrighty.
No, but so that's really our take on being reliable. Without like, I trust Kelsey so much. If I had to bet my money, and y'all, I love my money. If I had to bet my money and my career, and I love my career, if I had to bet all that on Kelsey, like no one can't tell me nothing Kelsey said or did that's false, and I believe it. Like it just can't happen. It won't happen. And if that does happen, because we understand not every friendship is like that. If somebody do come tell you something about your friend, y'all
be honest enough to ask them about it.
Yeah.
And when they ask you, be honest enough to give them the honest answer. Sometimes,
I don't know if you guys ever played this thing called the telephone game, but it's kind of like, how can I explain it? Somebody will say something, but by the time it got back full circle, the message is so wrong. So even if, let's say hypothetically, well, I can't use me and Kelsey because it just won't happen, y'all. But if that happens in your friendship, just be willing to say, maybe I messed up, but I didn't mean it like that. It came off wrong. Be able to admit your fault. Because once people lose that trust and they don't feel like they can count on you or you're reliable, really the friendship is over. Because what are y'all talking about? Y'all not really talking about nothing.
Nothing of substance.
I know. If you're talking about your friend, I've always said it. If I'm friends with somebody or forming that bond with somebody, and then all of a sudden now I'm venting about this person to Kelsey, it's like, nah, am I really reliable? Should I even continue that friendship? And the answer is really no. Because they shouldn't trust me, because everything they say, I'm like telling Kelsey, because I'm like, it's stupid at this point. It's dumb. I'm having a mental flash of somebody else at the same time. But you just really have to, I keep emphasizing trust, but trust is such a big thing that you just really need to have. And not only in your friendship, any type of relationship or bond that you're forming with somebody, even though it makes them feel good, it should also make you feel good that person, someone can come to you out of the million, bajillion, gazillion people in the world. That person chose you, they trust you, and that should really make you feel good about yourself, because people don't have to tell you anything.
No. And to share your personal life, your personal life, your personal feelings, your personal emotions, and like what's going on in your relationships, what's going on with family stuff. Like you have to you need somebody to be able to do that with. Because if you're just sitting here all by yourself trying to handle all this stuff coming at you, you're not gonna make it. No. You gotta have somebody in your ear that's telling you good things to keep you on the right track, and to keep your head up, and to keep you like, saying, when I went to school, y'all, this is one semester, like my head was gone. It was gone, like no lie. I really felt like I was going crazy. No lie. But I talked to her and my boyfriend, and listen, y'all, without them two, sis wouldn't have made it through that semester.
You will have those friends that stick with you, and sometimes you will know it's a real friend if they stick to you like family. Yeah. And I believe that's one of our verses that we use. A real reliable friend that you can trust, they will come closer to you than a brother, a sibling, a family, or anyone like that. Like you will know. Like family, where you just walk in the door like I just did. Hey y'all, walk in, get you a cookie, get some drink, give everybody a hug, and come sit in the room. She didn't even know I was in here. I did it. But you just have to know that person, and being able to inconvenience, and you have to want to. You can't force yourself to be convinced, because at that point, the person will know. Yeah, you can tell. They can tell when you're doing stuff just because you feel like, oh, maybe I shouldn't. No, I need you to do it because you want to be here for me. I need you. Oh, that was one of the points in church, y'all. We were talking about relationships and friendships. And this is another way how you know you have a good friend. When the person cares about you for you, not cares about you for what you can do for them. If she only cares about me for what I can give her, I don't need it. Because now you're draining me. Like the first video, you're draining me. But if you care about me because you just genuinely care about me as a person, you care about me spiritually, you care about my wealth, my health, my mental state, and all of that great stuff, we're good to go. Now, because you care about me that way, I will in turn care about you the same way. So it's a give and take. Like reciprocity. Yeah. And all this stuff, when all this stuff lacks, how she just spoke about draining, the drainage will begin. It will come. It will come. She hates when I say drainage, but I'm telling you guys, it will happen. It will literally start sucking the life out of you. Yeah, it will. And nobody wants to be sucked away. Nobody. But not saying that we want you to be like us and maybe do everything that we do, because what works for our friendship won't work for yours. But we hope that it is helpful to you and yours, or we hope that it just helps you kind of like be a better friend. I know some people, they're not choose your friends. Choose your friends, yes. And I know, well, my personal opinion, the older you get, because we're both 26, but the older you get, I wouldn't say it's harder, but kind of like where we're from, the area, it is kind of like harder to make friends, because you just, it's not like when you're in high school and you're surrounded by so many people like you. You know, we have jobs. We have different schedules. At different schedules, you're doing much. You don't really have time to sit at a table and, so what's your name? What's your name? And do all that. And figure out, no, I don't like her. Yeah, and figure, we don't sit in a class with people. A lot of my friends now come from my work, and I think, the same thing with her. But you guys, choosing your friend and really being a friend. You're not going to have friends if you yourself can't be a friend. Yeah. You have to trust yourself before someone else can trust you. You have to know that you have what it takes to be reliable. You have to know that at times, even when it's no benefit to you, when it's no advantage to you, you're willing and you wholeheartedly want to go be with your friend. Because y'all, take this. We are spending our lives together. Like how deep that you're spending your lives. It's so many people out here in the world. Millions, 50 states, 7 continents, all these countries. You're spending your lives with this one particular person. Mm-hmm. Give them your all, y'all. Yeah, don't give them a slack friend. It's not cute. It's not cute. It's not good, y'all. I'm telling you, when somebody, And then that person, like, you are such a bad friend to them, and now they have to go tell people, and people will tell people. Because if someone was a bad friend to me, I'd be like, stay away from her.
Mm-hmm.
Stay away from that dark cloud. Like, I could see the storm coming. Like, y'all, it's not good. It's not good.
It's not good. It's not good.
I'm fortunate. You know, TD Jake said this. It's this, like a little sermon that he spoke about friends and your confidants or your comrades and stuff. Yeah, it's really good. You should.
I'm gonna see if I can find it.
And he said, I consider Kelsey my confidant. And he
was a confidant, a comrade, and
it was another C word.
It was one more.
I can't remember.
The last one wasn't a good one though.
It wasn't. But dang, why can't I remember it?
It was basically like a bad friend.
Right.
Somebody you couldn't trust.
But anyways, he said that if you have more than three or friends that you truly are your friends. I'm not talking about y'all girls that got a click of 10. Because nothing. But if you go through this series with us, and stick on Kelsey page, and just listen to her things about life and friendship and just relationships in general, and you know that without a shadow of a doubt you are applying this stuff, and even though you might not be doing it our way, but you are doing it in general. You guys, if you have a friend that does all that, you are a blessed individual.
Yeah,
you are forever blessed. Like, God really has shined on you.
Yeah, I will say I don't have many friends because I take friendship very seriously. Very, 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 very seriously. And that's also probably a fault to me, because you should have people where you can just go hang out with and then come back and go to your real friend.
But we're not talking about associates here.
I don't.
A friend.
I don't have associates. I don't really want them, which is bad because I should have them. But when I say like you my friend, like I mean I can share my entire life with you. I can play footsie with you like she's doing just now. Like I can come to your house and say hey to your grandma without you being here. Like a friend.
Yeah.
I go deep. Like when I say I'm your friend,
we're really like family to each other, you guys.
I'm going all the way in. Not up here, I'm going all the way in.
Blood is literally the only thing that stopped us from being like family. Her family, they love me. I've met.
The only thing she hasn't done is gone on vacation with us.
Yeah, that's probably the only thing, you guys. But
she spent holidays with us, which my mom was always like, Cayla, you don't want to go? Oh, I'm going afterwards, but I'm gonna come with y'all first.
Yeah, like literally, her mom. I've called Kelsey in the morning and tell her that I'm coming over. I don't eat seafood at all. I remember her mom like made dinner just like to accommodate me. It was a chicken Alfredo. Mm-hmm. She didn't put shrimp in it. Her mom can cook, y'all. And sorry if you're watching this. Cook. But yeah, so she really is. And what verse is that speaks like that? So it says, there are friends who destroy each other, but a real friend sticks closer than a brother. And that's Proverbs 18 and 20.
That's New Living, right?
Yep, everything with New Living. That's no rhyme or reason. That's just kind of like what we like. If you like King James, the Tao, art, and all that.
I like the
Message is pretty good too.
I was just about to say that. I like when I'm not reading the NLT, New Living Translation, I read the Message. Because it talks to you just like I'm talking right now, like plain English. I'm sorry, y'all. So far, we did the did the F, fruitful, R, reliable, and I for inconvenience. So that's pretty much our take on it. If you agree, let us know. Hit that like button.
If you disagree, tell us why. Tell us why you disagree. I'm pretty sure inconvenience may be the one that people disagree. Probably, because I'm pretty sure nobody
want to be inconvenienced.
Yeah, nobody wants to, but
I mean, it's gotta happen. Yeah. You gotta be inconvenienced for your child. You gotta be inconvenienced for work. You gotta be inconvenienced for your husband.
Inconvenience for work, child.
You gotta be inconvenienced for your boyfriend if you have one, or your girlfriend. Like, life is about being inconvenienced.
I ain't being inconvenienced for my man. I'm just kidding. Please cut that out. But that's really our take on it. I don't know. Next time are we gonna do E and N? Y'all, I really can spell, but I really have to like look down. Like we both can, yeah, like we both
E-N, okay.
Because I know I just said E and then I was like N.
We could do both. How many letters? Okay, yeah, we can do both.
We changing D.
Mm-hmm.
F is for friends who do things together. U is
Oh
for
dang!
you.
I wanted to play that song. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. I don't know the rest. Something. But I got a friend in me. I actually really can't sing, guys. I just kind of.
Me too.
I ain't gonna bring her out like that. I ain't gonna do it.
Y'all, I'm Tasha Cobbs, okay?
Okay, Tasha ain't got nothing.
The remix version.
Nothing.
Y'all cannot tell me I'm not Tasha though. You know why I be singing Tasha?
Yeah, she be in here. You make me.
I remember that.
Good broom.
Yeah, that's embarrassing. But yeah, that's pretty much.
Dang, 30 minutes again.
Well, you
Sorry,
gotta
y'all.
cut some of it.
Oh yeah, I do have to cut some. Okay.
But you're welcome, y'all. We came straight from work and did this.
Yeah, I really did. I haven't even been home yet.
We really did.
And why it took me so long to get here, I was so busy on the phone talking to Keith. I passed 77, so I had to come all the way to Clemson Road.
Keith is your boyfriend. See how she inconvenienced me with getting here late, but it's okay.
But she was cooking her pizza, so
that I haven't ate yet.
She didn't ask me if I was hungry.
Who's not?
How you know?
Taste this and just smile. I'm the best juice maker.
It got Sprite in it? That don't sound right. We'll talk about that.